taller.
Yeah.
I think we're on a slope.
You sure?
I appreciate that you tried to do your hair taller.
Okay.
That didn't help much.
No?
I'm much taller than you.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Good talk, buddy.
Welcome to Mourning the Morning.
What is going on?
My name's Nick Niebles.
I'm Shawn Warner.
And we like to bring you just a little bit of silly.
Wait, did we do a warm-up before we did the show? You want to do double up, double up?
Let's double up, double up.
Double up, double up. Ready? Double up, double up. Double up, double. Awesome. I feel limber, ready to get at it, my friend. If you're wondering why we're on sitting different,
why are we outside?
We're outside. It's gorgeous.
It's a beautiful day outside.
It is gorgeous, yeah.
And it's winter break, so my kids are inside.
My children are in school still.
Guess what? My backyard, not littering.
That's right. Do you?
I will pick that up.
Or his wife will get very upset with him.
That's all me, man.
So,
I run this house.
Oh, you the king?
No, that's not what I'm talking. No.
Oh.
I mean, she's the top.
Right.
I run this house.
That's right.
I clean this. I cook.
Mm-hmm.
I take care of these kids.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Also, when she wants it,
you don't get any benefits to the family.
I sleep in the same bed as her.
That's right. You don't get any of the same benefits as being family. You're more like consigliere. Like, that's...
True.
What is going on?
Turn your volume down.
I did it.
Yeah?
Yeah. See? That's what I'm talking about.
We're so good.
Woo!
First 5 minutes of all these episodes is going to be us eating and drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It has been that way.
Because it's like right before lunch.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't eaten lunch yet. Too far away from breakfast.
I haven't eaten breakfast. I haven't.
You need me to make you something?
I didn't.
You need me to make you something?
No. I mean, I'll grab something or
I'll make you something.
Let's go.
Not right now.
Oh, okay. Oh, man.
Bring the people with us.
Yeah, man. It feels good out here. Christmas is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Winter is coming.
That's right.
Yeah.
What?
Again.
Are you just doing squinty eyes?
Well, okay, so...
Are you making fun of me? I don't have to do that to
these
eyes to do that, Shawn.
Yeah,
they just do that.
No, that's how my eyes are.
That's not how your eyes are.
Yeah. So, we were trying to...
This is very off-putting.
Why is it off-putting?
Because this is not how your eyes are.
Oh.
Your eyes don't look like that.
So, you can't... Wait. So, somebody can't have...
Now you're forcing it.
No.
Who are you? Are you...
I have one eye open.
Are you Forrest Whitaker?
He's a thespian. He's a genius.
You remember that old TV show Rock?
Rock? No. Was Dwayne Johnson in it?
No. I think it was called Rock.
He should be suing somebody then.
ROC? I don't know. It's an African-American TV show.
Okay. No, I'm not familiar.
The main, and it wasn't Forrest Whitaker, but the main guy also had that kind of like a
lazy eye?
one squinty eye.
Okay.
You know, I remember. How are you going to lead a sitcom
with a lazy eye?
It was also that character. That character was like, he was kind of rough, you know, kind of rough around the edges. I'm going to be surprised if that show was only on for like a season and I remember it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't remember any shows that were on for a season, but for some reason, maybe that show had an impact on
you.
me.
like these obscure shows. Somehow you find them and then they kind of resonate with you and you're just like, I'm in.
You know why? Because it's like, I'm obscure. I'm weird.
Question.
I'm silly.
No question.
Right? I like things that are off the cuff.
Do you know what the clinical term is for lazy eye? Because it's a terrible name, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's called not looking the right way-itis.
Not looking right the way-itis.
Yep.
My name's Shawn Warner. And does that develop at birth or does that come in later in life?
Shawn, I'm not an eye doctor.
I thought you went to optometry school last year.
That's autonomy school.
Oh, autonomy.
Learning how to be your own man.
I got it. Woo!
That was a deep pull.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Shawn, I wanted us to talk about funny.
Okay.
Ooh, now's the time to put your 3D glasses on, folks.
Yep.
All right.
What is funny to you guys? What makes you laugh?
We're waiting.
Hello. See, that's funny.
Why? Why is that? Why did we laugh at that? Why was that funny?
Because we were waiting.
We were waiting for a non-existent audience.
Well, it's only non-existent because nobody watches. The audience is there.
Fair point.
The audience is there.
Wait,
my
hold on
friend.
now. You mean to tell me that the audience doesn't exist simply because no one watches?
What I'm saying is, just because there isn't a physical bear in your yard does not mean that bears don't exist. There is.
You ever seen
Our
it?
audience
Hold on,
is out there.
Let's take this back to the bear conspiracy theories.
Yes.
You ever seen a bear?
Never.
Me neither.
I've heard about them.
I've heard about
Every
them.
time I go to the zoo, there's a sign that says bear is
Yeah.
hibernating.
Mm-hmm.
Hibernating.
I don't do finger quotes anymore. I do like multiple like.
It's just so like.
Those are a bunch of quotes.
Oh yeah, a bunch of quotes.
Yeah. Instead of like doing that, I just.
That's a bunch of group quotes. Yeah. I like it. Yeah, bears. You're right.
Hey,
bears haven't been around.
What are you doing?
Yeah. So Nick's kids are home, so that's partly the reason why we decided to do a little stream outside, because they are loud and obnoxious. He has 4 of them. They're beautiful. They're funny. They're all collectively smart. Collectively. So that's why we're out here. That's why it works.
I have to slouch something so I can just be on your level.
Slouch. This is called relaxing. This is called...
Is slouching actually bad for you?
Yes.
Like sitting like this? Like because it curves your spine?
Think about it. If you slouch for 8 hours a day sitting in that can only be bad for you. It
I noticed that like when
weakens the muscles.
I worked in an office, my lower back has always been pretty straight, but like where I get the hunch is like the shoulders. Shoulders go forward.
You
Like
hunch the shoulders?
I slump and shoulders go forward. You know what I mean? Like that. If I'm sitting like for a long time.
They say that's telling of someone's personality.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, shut.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It says I give up on the world. I'm lazy. I procrastinate. Yeah.
Well, that's accurate. I'm not lazy. I've discovered this. I'm not lazy.
Now I'm hungry. You can go make me something?
No.
I read somewhere that technically, because I always give my wife a bunch of grief because she's always her favorite go-to sentence, like if she's hungry.
Yeah.
Which we all get hungry.
Mm-hmm.
But she always like, I'm starving to death. And I'm like,
I'm literally gonna die.
But technically she's right, because until you get the next meal, you are starving to death. Eating kind of resets the process of starving to death over again.
So your premise is, anytime you finish a meal, you're starving to death.
As soon as you're done eating,
even if you're full,
you start starving. You're now.
So as soon as you're full, you're like, oh god, oh that.
You're immediately starving to death.
You made 2 turkeys?
You don't know if you're going to get the next meal?
You made 2 turkeys, huh?
I did 2.
Oh.
I
had half of each.
I was hesitant on having mashed potatoes and
a ham,
sweet potatoes.
And a ham and yams.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so stuffed.
And cooked them in a Cornish game.
Too bad I'm starving to death.
Yeah. Am I right?
No, you're not
if
right.
If the next meal doesn't come, you will die.
No. True.
Oh, thank you. I'm really.
But if you just ate a full meal, and then now you don't know, like you just ate a full meal, like a complete meal, like a regular, had like 6 slices of pizza or whatever.
If you don't get the next meal, you're going to die.
I understand that.
Thank you.
But
You're
if that doesn't happen, you have bigger problems to worry about. The fact that you could just have a full meal all of a sudden for no problem, and then, oh shit, what now? For the next 7 days, I have to find something to eat. You know what I mean? Like, that's nuts. No, because your body enters starvation mode. There's like, starvation is a biological response.
Are you for real right now?
Yes.
You're going to explain to me.
Yes. You're wrong.
I live with
premise
I live with a dietitian.
Your premise is wrong.
You're always starving to death.
No, your body enters starvation, right? Isn't that keto? Isn't that ketosis? right?
No.
Is that not ketosis?
No.
But there is a thing where your body enters...
When you start starving, your body will actually start...
shutting down stuff. And,
right.
Yeah.
Your body's help what keeps you... The fat in your body is what helps.
Right.
When you burn fat, then that's ketosis.
Okay.
Right.
But it's keeping your body in a constant state of ketosis, which is like that keto diet.
Right.
Which is essentially keeping your body in a constant state of starvation.
Sandwich, please. Extra mayo. I'm starving to death.
So you don't want to just respond to any of my things that I'm saying to you? Or you just want to say what you want to say, huh?
I just want to say what I want to say. Okay. Making Shawn thoughts.
Well, these are Shawn thoughts, that's for sure.
That's a better title. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Oh, man.
You ever have your best friend in the whole wide world bother you?
Aww.
Immensely.
Never.
So much so that you're like, should I do this show with him anymore?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not us. I'm just asking, like, it's hypothetical.
Okay.
I'm just asking, like, if anybody's also, like, for example, viewers out there, if you've had, let's say, like, an online streaming show that you produce and
like we do,
similar,
okay,
not the same,
okay, but now I'm on the, I
yeah,
understand,
but similar, and then, right, let's say you have a co-host,
you
know,
that's us,
that's you, then what if that co-host, like, what if he's kind of a dick?
And it eats at you. It kind of, you start getting like, first it's a nuisance.
Mm-hmm.
Then it turns into just, now you're getting angry because, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
If I were that guy, I wouldn't do the show anymore. Like, I would move on.
You would think it's that easy, right? You would think it's
no, it is that easy. You send him an email. You don't want a face-to-face confrontation with a guy like that.
What if you see him all the time, then? I mean, you kind of...
Oh, no, you cut that off, too. Yeah, you cut that off, too. You end the friendship. And I think, honestly, they're both going to be better because of it. In the end.
Can I have one? Just one?
Yeah. Take all you need, buddy. We're best friends. It's all good. All right. Oh, give me a sec.
Yeah.
Oh. What's up, Nick?
Hey, man.
What's up, buddy?
I'm just doing the show with you.
Yeah. Having a good time with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I know this is like probably an awkward time.
It's not, man.
Oh, no, it's not?
Our audience loves
Good,
it.
because this is going to make it a lot easier, the fact that you think that right now in the middle of our show is not an awkward time to receive a phone call.
I don't see why it's a problem.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is a reason why.
But if you have something to say... I'm going to tell you.
I'm going to say it.
You should just say it. Like,
well, I'm going to say it how I want to say it, so I need you to just, stop pressuring me.
Okay. Can you hold? Hello? Yeah. This is him? Yeah. Well, like, what kind of deal? So let me ask you, if I go with solar, will we get to a point that Edison will actually pay me back? Because I understand that you can actually store. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, no, definitely. I mean, I want to say, can you hold on for a quick sec? Thanks. Hello? Hold on, Nick. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Sign me up. Can you send me some information? Because I'd really be excited about that. Very good. Okay. All right, thanks. Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to be on the phone for so long.
Oh, you just hung up on me.
What?
You didn't even go back to call waiting.
Oh, you know what? I forgot you were there. Let's get back to the show. Mourning the morning. Oh, you can't. Wow.
I just ate my improv cell phone.
That's crazy, dude.
Pretty good.
Was it good? I've never occurred to me to try it. I've keistered it.
Okay.
I've had to take it in for testing, so you got to keep it warm. So I put it under my armpit. Right. Had to travel with it.
Of course.
Yeah. I've used it for
hold on. I'm
shooting.
done with this bit. I'm done with this bit because you just said that you had to get it tested.
Yeah.
You had to get your improv cell phone tested.
Sure.
And in order to do so, you personally had to keep it warm under your armpit while driving.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
It starts to die. You gotta.
Did you ever think that putting batteries in the fridge made them last longer?
Yeah, I've heard that, and I did that for a while.
And I feel like it doesn't, right? Like it doesn't.
I feel like whatever thing you're putting it in, it's going to burn it. Like, I think batteries only last the longest in remote controls. Right. Anything else, like remote control, doesn't take much. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Not the way I turn up my volume.
Is that an urban myth?
Just.
Is that what that is?
Just hold that down.
To your ears bleed.
Yeah. 5.1!
This is how I like to watch Mr. Belvedere!
Mr. Belvedere! What?
Did you not watch that?
Hey, check it out. You want to come over?
Yeah, man.
Watch something dope?
Yeah.
You know what I just got?
Scarface.
No, even better.
Scarface,
no, even
son.
better, bro.
That's my ear.
Hey, you know what? I got the whole series.
Yeah.
Mr. Belvedere on Blu-ray.
What? Get out of here, son. Mr. Belvedere is hard, man.
Dang.
Harder than your boss. Harder than concrete. Harder than a diamond, son. Yeah. Was that progressively harder? I can't remember.
It was.
Rock, concrete,
but you got
diamond.
progressively more pleasant while
As
saying it. So you're like, yeah, he's hard. He's hard like stone. He's hard like a countertop. He's hard like a diamond. Goodness gracious. Shawn, this episode is about our silliness.
And brought to you by Jergens.
Halfway through the episode, finally getting to the topic.
Oh, okay. I think we've been silly this entire time.
We have been silly this whole time.
Yeah.
But why are we so silly,
Why
Shawn?
are we silly?
I like being silly.
Mm-hmm.
I think adults have forgotten how to play.
Okay.
They've forgotten how to play. Like, if you went to an adult and be like, yeah, you want to come play?
Mm-hmm. Just knock on the door.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you want to come outside and play?
You want to come out and play?
You'd be like, what?
Hey, man, come out.
No.
I'm going to my buddy's garage. We're just going to, like, stand in a circle, like, shout stuff at each other and, like, see if we can come up with, funny things.
Yeah. Yeah, people don't do that. We did that for years. We played.
Yeah. We still do.
We still play. Yeah.
I mean, we played it. Here's the thing. We've known each other for 12 years. Mm-hmm. We have we started doing podcasts at Dadcast, doing that.
You guys remember the Dadcast?
Y'all remember the Dadcast?
Don't act like you don't know what the Dadcast is.
Don't act like you don't know the Dadcast.
Hello? You know what it is.
Hello?
It's me. I've been wondering if after all these years you'd like to me
to go over everything. They say that time's no hero. I'm no one.
Hello. Hi. No, so we've known each other 12 years.
Yeah.
Back to your point.
Correct. And
we've been playing for at least 9 of them.
Oh, I think it started in the beginning.
It really did.
But the thing is, like, 12 years ago, I was 22. 23?
Yeah.
Am I 35 now?
I think so.
I am 35.
Yeah,
now.
we just celebrated your 35.
Halfway to 70.
Don't do that. I've done that.
Might as well end it all.
I've done that before.
Halfway to 70. 70 ain't old.
No, not when you see people still going. Like
because at 70, if you live to 95, you have 25 years to live. That's a long time, man. Like, that's the thing people don't think about time very often, right? Or they do, but like it's always subjective. It's always kind of weird. Like I was thinking the other day about how I always think stuff in the 90s happened like 10 years ago.
Right.
No, it was on Reddit the other day.
Yeah, we do that, yeah.
I keep thinking like, wasn't that like 10, 11, 12 years ago?
No,
nope, it was 20, 21, or 22 years ago.
Celebrating the 25th anniversary. You're like,
what the fuck? This is the sign of getting old, right?
Yeah, it is.
Realizing you're old. Because when you're young, you don't think about time or age or the passage of time or anything.
You know what? I have a goal.
Yeah?
It's a silver lining, I call it, for aging. I'm trying to reach an age.
Right there. It's right there. It's right there.
It's a silver.
Right there.
It's a silver sideburn.
It's right there.
It's a silver
right
beard.
There. Well, hell, it's all over.
It's just.
You got a little Superman thing right here.
Just right here. Thanks, man.
It is.
I am trying to reach the age of 113, so I can be a teenager again.
Ah! Ooh, do you get double? Do you double puberty?
Then I'll really slay someone.
Do you double puberty?
Yeah.
It's like prestiging.
Yeah, totally.
It's like prestiging. So you reset all your stats. Reset.
My voice will change again. Yeah. Pubes will come back.
What would old Shawn's voice? So 112-year-old Shawn hitting puberty on his 113th birthday. I'd like to hear 112-year-old Shawn start to talk and then become 113-year-old Shawn.
My name's Shawn Warner with Dad Cass. I'm very excited to be here.
So you are anticipating being very frail.
You can't be 113 and not be frail.
I mean, how old are you right now? How much older than me are you? 9 years?
9 years. 8 years.
Okay.
8 years.
I mean, I'm doing great at 105 right now.
My voice keeps changing.
Do you see me doing great at 105 right now? Look at you. Why are you like this?
You look great.
You didn't take care of yourself enough. You know, you always worked out more than me. You always ate healthier than me.
Oh, you remember the 2020s?
Oh yeah,
I was in best shape of my
best shape of your life, man. Yeah. I, on the other hand, decided not to work out, not to eat healthy, just kind of continue to eat all the preservatives and all that food.
Remember, I used to make fun of you because I'm like,
I'm gonna die soon. You're gonna die, Nick.
Yeah.
But then,
look at you.
Look at me. Turns out all those preservatives straight up preserved me.
Can you? Wow. So you can still stand up without any help or assistance.
Like literally 7% of my blood is MSG. Monosodium glutamate.
Hey, I'm getting an erection.
No, you're not.
Oh, yeah, right.
Let me ask you this, Shawn. That was a denial that I said to you. But the denial equaled the button, right? So in improv, when you're supposed to say yes and. You're not supposed to no but people.
We do improv if it wasn't clear.
That's what we do. But like in this scene, for example, you know, it just kind of went where it went. And you say something that a 113-year-old person would be
most likely would
not happen, you know, generally.
But I am going through my second puberty, which I thought was, you know.
Fair point. But I felt like you kind of left the puberty thing behind when you stopped doing the voice cracking. Because then you're just a 112-year-old Shawn, 113-year-old Shawn.
Okay.
But then the bit became...
It still doesn't...
This is the thing. Well, because then the bit became...
justify the denial.
No, I know. But my denial was that you're an old guy, whatever. But it also equaled the button. So in that case, it's more acceptable. But if we wanted to keep that bit going, obviously I should have been like...
Right. No, I understand.
I should have picked up on that you were a youth at your second puberty, and that's what you were saying that about. You know?
I don't remember using many denials though, in even on a button, even when you're looking for a button.
It's whenever somebody changes, really.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can't if you're doing a scene and somebody just like hates their sister.
If I hate, right,
you know, and then turns around and says, "I love you, sis." That's basically the end of the scene.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I denied you, and that got a laugh from us because you're like, because then you yes-anded the denial.
Right.
You're like, because what would be the worst? Because I denied, which was not a good improv thing, but then you were like, sure, we're gonna go with that, which is how you should work with it. Which is how you should do it. Because we always say, people always say in improv that mistakes are gifts.
They're gifts.
I made a mistake. You took that mistake, turned it into something by saying, yeah, you're right. And it's like, yeah, because you're 113 years old. So, I don't know. What is it about silliness that you enjoy?
You can't be silly and upset at the same time.
You ever try to argue with your wife and then something funny happens?
Yes, dude, and it completely ends the argument. That's in fact happened a couple times in the last couple of weeks. Well, it's Christmas. Things are getting tight. You're like, Christmas is here in 3 days. We gotta get things done. What vintage is that? What are you working with there? Is that 2018?
It's a 2019 actually.
Oh wow!
Future.
Wow.
Future vintage.
Yeah, future vintage water. But yeah, I would start to get upset about something, and then Renee actually did something silly, and I went, "Oh, that's awesome! That's
I'm
funny.
I'm
and it made me feel
right.
like the silliness I enjoy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it cuts the tension. It
Sure.
helps you like kind of realize like, okay,
Yeah.
things are getting like, meh.
Being silly's just.
What if like in
makes
the
you
middle of an
feel young.
argument, if you're just like, if you just go, oh yeah, pull my finger.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like just in the middle of it, are you like, are you fucking kidding me right now? No.
That would
I'm not
still.
gonna pull your finger.
Right. Well, first of all, being silly is important when you have children.
Yeah.
Children don't know how to play. They really don't. Children need to be, to some degree, children need to be taught how to play, taught how to be silly.
I don't think. Well,
Are you saying kids are just silly by default? Like
I think
they do silly things, but
I think Viola Spolin, who is like kind of the mother of
mother of improv,
improvisation,
Mhm.
I think would say that kids have a general need and a inherent desire to play.
Okay.
And I think she even realized that in play there does need to be, like even with kids, like you'll see kids play together, and if all the kids are doing something like, oh, we're playing ninjas, and another kid comes over and he's like, I'm a cowboy, the kids are gonna be like, we're not doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like at 4 years, 5 years old, 6 years old, they're gonna do that because there are like these rules of playing that you have to play with, in good faith. Those kind of things like, oh, I'm playing and I shot you with a laser. No, you didn't.
In improv,
Everybody hates that when you're growing up.
In improv, it's more about trusting one another rather than logic.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because even if somebody says something illogical, I climbed a ladder up into the blue sky. That way, I could get a squishy cloud.
Yeah. Could you grab me a squishy cloud?
Yeah, I'll get you a squishy cloud. You want one?
Yeah.
They got some firm ones up there, too.
You know what? It's bad for my neck.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I use it for sleeping, so...
You know what? I get the squishy clouds.
Okay.
And then I hit it up, I punch them up a little bit.
Oh!
And just really push them down.
Oh, okay.
I like a thinner squishy cloud.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Where a kid would be like, you can't go up. No, not now. We're still doing the show. No. After he's going to, well, okay, he's getting a squishy cloud. He's going to hurt himself.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hold the ladder. Awesome! Are you kidding me?
It's actually in between squishy and firm.
That is awesome.
Right? Isn't that fun?
Oh, man.
No, no, you can't. I just want to.
Perfect. That's the best pillow fight weapon I've ever had.
I gotta say, I didn't feel a thing.
Dang it! That was my best lick, man.
Oh,
goodness. That was my best lick. See, that's just ridiculous, silly.
But
I love it.
But even though it's silly to think like I climbed up into the sky and I got a squishy cloud. It's a squishy cloud.
Can you just say squishy cloud?
Squishy cloud.
That makes me laugh. Makes me smile.
But like the thing that made it, for us enjoyable is accepting that squishy cloud and climbing up into the sky is in this moment real.
It exists.
It exists.
That's the
and
world
it's tissue
we're
paper.
That's the world we're
Josh
living.
Nichols, we heard from him, one of our improv coaches. It's tissue paper. It's all make believe. It's all pretend. So
and
like
pretend is fun.
Pretend is fun.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like it.
How many times you've been like feeling down, feeling like, man, I don't know how many times, folks. I don't know how many times, right? I've been at improv. Shawn's texting me, and he's like, I don't know if I'm gonna come today, man. I don't know if I'm gonna come. I don't feel like it, man. And then he comes. He comes to improv. He comes to hang out. And he has fun. And he enjoys himself. Feels better.
Oh, totally. Yeah, those are some. I remember those.
How many times
days.
have you been saying those, man?
Dark
you
days.
say that all the time. You're like, I know I should go.
Those
I
were
know,
some dark days.
I know I'll feel better if I go. Right?
Yeah.
And then
I always feel better.
Always felt better.
Always feel better.
But it's about that making that effort to like get going in the first place. You know, that's always the hardest. The first step is always the hardest.
What we're saying is that
but everyone
should be doing improv.
Agreed. I saw an article. I think it was from Michigan State. I have to check it, but it was an article that talked about a clinical study where it was the ability of students to cope with stress and social situations and anxiety and things like that. And it showed that improv.
And in our current climate, I would imagine
in this climate,
with squishy clouds and everything.
Whenever somebody says climate, I always feel like saying that. What is that? I don't know.
And in this climate.
In this climate?
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Like, man, these clouds, man, this climate's in this climate. Yeah, tropical.
Yeah.
What were we saying?
You were talking about college campuses. And
yeah. And about how doing improv will help with those things.
Mm-hmm.
A few main tenets of improv are so incredibly important to just like interaction with people. One of the number one things about improv that you have to learn how to do is listen. Listening is so important.
That's hard for people to get out of their own way. And because everyone has their point of view, of course we do, but maybe we wouldn't have so much strife and anxiety with dealing with social media and other people if we just listened.
Oh gosh,
once in a while.
Absolutely. Because you know how it is. Anytime somebody's telling you something or saying something to you, and then like they're just thinking about what they're gonna say. You know what I mean? Like they're not like waiting to hear something and then they just need to like you know, I can't.
No. So listen. But that's how people are.
Right.
Yeah. Just take the time.
And you know,
because
because when people try to interrupt, when they whatever, you know, there is a thin line between interrupting and interjecting. Of course,
it's right here. Oh, I didn't attach it.
Yeah, you dropped it.
That's my bad.
I gotta say. Yeah, there you go.
There. That's the thin line.
Just hung up a sheet between us.
Yeah. Oh.
Picture it bellowing.
Oh, I can feel it.
Wow.
It's annoying.
It's annoying. It's annoying. There you go. Now
I can just fly to the squishy clouds. Squishy cloud man! What's it?
That's it. You tapping? You tapping? No? Say uncle. Say uncle. Okay, well then tap then. Snap 4 times. Snap 4 times. I can't hear a snap. I can't hear. Like, how am I supposed to know you want to not be choked? All right, fine. Gosh.
You know I don't know how to snap, you son of a bitch. Oh, you did that on purpose. You did that on purpose.
Let me ask you this. By you telling me that I knew that you didn't know how to snap, is that a denial? Because I told you to snap.
You, wait. Oh, you told me to snap?
Because I said snap 4 times if you want to stop being choked.
That's not a denial if I know how to.
But
if I don't know how to snap.
Right, but then you said to me, like, after I stopped, you're like, I don't know how to snap.
Right.
But that right there, it is somewhat of a denial, because you're changing the facts. If I'm telling you to snap,
right,
and then you are saying that you don't know how, but it is.
That's interesting.
But it's funny.
It's
the button.
That is interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's the thing. Improv scenes, you want to build and heighten and build and heighten and build and heighten. You know what I mean? Like we did that with. I mean, from the beginning of that, you took this. For whatever you had a line, I don't know what kind of line. I pictured. Here's the thing: everybody's gonna picture something different in their head too. I pictured almost like a tape measure, or just like a strip of fabric, like the belt of a bathrobe or something. You know what I mean?
And I didn't know quite what it was until I did it.
Yeah. And then when you let go, I'm like, well, clearly, if that's what it is, it's gonna fall,
Right.
you know. And then it goes from there.
That was good.
And like it built up, and you hung it with a hammer on some non-existent walls, and then you took it down, put it on as a cape, did a Superman thing. I wrapped around your neck, choked you almost to death.
Right.
Tried to get you to like tap out for some reason.
Yeah.
Like you just want to keep getting choked.
And good commitment, dude, because I
You
almost
felt it,
blacked
huh?
out. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was close. That was close.
Oh goodness gracious! Listening is huge. You know, like I think about like
Renee said, "Great improving."
oh, thanks, Nene.
She said, "Don't kill my husband."
Oh,
he almost did, babe. Like I told him, sometimes he takes these things too far. Wait, no. We've been there before. No. Okay, just come on. Careful, dude.
Along the side, man.
Okay, it's just
side.
God.
Yeah.
That looks sharp, dude.
Oh, it's sharp.
Wow.
You got a piece of silk? That's how you test every katana.
I don't have.
That Kevin
silk.
Costner and Whitney Houston have taught me. Don't use your squishy cloud.
Why?
Don't use a squishy cloud.
But it should go.
I guess if we cut it in half.
Are you worried it's not sharp enough? Are you worried about your sharpening skills?
I'm not worried about my katana not being
here it
sharp enough to cut a squishy cloud. It can cut a squishy cloud. Don't put it away. Don't put it away.
What? What are you? You're still worried? See, I don't think you've sharpened it enough.
I just don't want to cut a dog in half.
Sniffles.
Yeah, Sniffles.
Not quite a dog yet, puppy, but
well, I mean, it's still a dog. A baby
sure,
dog. Like you
right.
wouldn't call like and say like a baby is like a human. Like
Yeah,
he's not a
yeah.
human yet.
right. Yeah,
It's a baby.
it's a baby.
It's a baby.
You're right. Let's
Drop it on. Just drop it. Do it. Do it. What, you afraid of PETA? Or improv PETA?
PETA doesn't watch.
You afraid of improv PETA?
Oh, improv PETA.
Improv PETA watches.
Oh man,
They want to make sure that all the animals.
I've had whales taken away from me.
Can't domesticate whales, Shawn.
That's
You can
why
drop
they.
that puppy on this katana or not? You're not gonna do it. Are you serious?
I don't know, man.
Ugh. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I feel like improv has made me a better listener as a person.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like he's made me a better person.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you listen to people, you can respond to people.
Yep.
In ways.
They teach improv in business. They teach it in sales.
Mhm.
They do these things because those things are important for understanding the client that you're talking to, or the consumer, whoever, whatever it is your job is, and getting a better sale, getting a bigger sale. Not only that, some people just lack confidence.
Improv can bring such great confidence to people.
It's improv confidence.
I mean, obviously, couple of schmoes like us, debonair, some might say, ridiculously handsome, others might say, downright gorgeous, two women might say, our wives.
His wife thinks that about me. My wife thinks that about him.
We have our lots in life. But why was I saying that we're good looking?
You were talking about confidence.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I just wanted to say we're good looking.
We are. Cool. Why don't we just spend 30 minutes
Just
every
talking about good looking
Tuesday
again?
and Thursday just talking about just
Us. Me and my friend.
like they clearly see the
World out, negativity out, positivity in.
Yeah, I like positivity.
That's right.
That's right.
Serenity now!
Ah! That's good stuff.
Goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Shawn, I sincerely hope that some people out there go take an intro to improv class.
Mm-hmm.
If you have never done it before in your life, spend a little money or don't. Like, I'm sure you can find some free workshops somewhere, especially if you're near a big city. They're always putting on free workshops. If you're near Los Angeles, Chicago, or New York, I think there are. There's definitely a second city in Chicago and in LA. Check out an Upright Citizens Brigade.
Those are the big ones.
The Groundlings in Los Angeles.
There's plenty of local
There's
theaters in
local
your town
ones
that
too, like-
probably do
yeah.
improv classes.
Search improv, Google
We
online.
highly recommend it.
Seriously?
We've seen people that have never done improv,
Mhm.
like take it to a whole nother level, have become just better versions of
Mhm.
themselves because of improv.
It's like one of those things that I feel like you learn about and you're like, you think about, oh, okay, I don't want to, but I think people think like they need to be performers
Mm-mm.
in order to do it, or they need to
Again.
want attention,
Right.
What's that?
Woo! Exactly. Improv band. You know, one thing we didn't touch on is some people have that fear of falling on their face.
Oh, you got to embrace it.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
You can't.
It happens in life
You
all the
have
time.
you have to be willing to fail and
Mhm.
fail big. Like, this is something I always say, and I always tell people around me. I'm in the Second City show, which, by the way, we just finished up this run for the Second City Directors Program shows,
Mhm.
and they liked our shows, so they're going to continue us.
Oh, sick!
So we're gonna have a couple dates next month at Second City LA.
Come check out Nick do his thing. Mm-hmm.
So it'll be fun.
But we were talking about falling on your face.
Yes.
For the
So
plug.
I tell people all this. This is why I need you. That no one hates on commitment. You can't hate on commitment.
Mm-mm.
You can hate on what somebody's doing, like as far as like what they're saying, how they're acting, or whatever. But dude, if somebody is committed, you can be like, I didn't particularly like the performance.
Yeah.
I don't particularly agree or believe what they're saying.
But you got damn
But
well. You better
damn.
respect that commitment.
But that is some commitment.
Uh-huh.
When you see somebody on the dance floor that has no business, none,
But they're just
being on the dance,
looks like they're having a seizure. Uh huh. Look at him. Get it.
just
Get
not
it.
knowing how
Get
to
it.
dance.
I think I threw something out.
I think I punched my chair. You know what I mean?
Totally. I just saw
you
a
can't-
show.
You can't hate on commitment.
I saw a Christmas show last year,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the guys, I was like, "Oh my god, what is he doing?" The voice that he chose, the character movements,
Mm-hmm.
but oh my god, he did it. I was like, "Oh, hopefully this is going to calm down." As maybe if he sits down, even when he was sitting down, standing up, his character just came out.
Really?
He committed to it. He went for it.
Mhm.
He didn't stop, and I'm like,
Right.
okay, I didn't necessarily agree with that.
Right,
it didn't fit.
May
in
not have
with
been
everything.
the best performance choice, but
Man, did he
damn,
give it
he
all.
committed.
If you could take that guy, take it out of that setting, and just put it in its own
In the
setting,
appropriate setting.
works.
Mhm.
Works. But
Absolutely.
for that particular Christmas show, it was strange. But
Absolutely.
man, I loved it. I
Mhm.
couldn't agree more. He probably loved doing it.
Because of this, like the whole idea that like nobody hates commitment. Nobody hates on commitment.
Ain't no mountain.
High enough. One of the things I can't stand is when somebody's like, "Oh man, I'm out of here."
Why?
Bitch, follow through.
What do you mean?
Well, you don't agree? Are you telling me you don't agree with me?
Hey man, I'm out of here.
Thank you very much.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
like, wait, like,
Like during a scene?
no. I mean,
Someone? Yeah, that would suck. So, it was good.
I'm
time.
outta here.
It was a good wait a minute. We haven't got stuff. Yeah.
No. I mean, like when there's a joke there, and I'm like, yeah. There's a joke there for sure. Yeah. When somebody's like, "Oh well, that's ridiculous. I'm out of here."
Mm-hmm.
No. There's a little bit more to that joke that you could have committed to. I wanted you to walk, or when somebody gets to a door and opens it, but then like and then comes back and said, "No, bitch, you better walk out that door.
Go! Yeah.
Get out that door."
Yeah.
It takes
That's
two more
commitment.
seconds. 2 more seconds
Mhm.
for that added little bit of commitment.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe you don't need that kind of attention like I do.
Imagine if you conducted an orchestra that aggressively. Has anyone done that? Like,
Oh
just-
yeah, you've seen
just-
some of those dudes. Have you seen some of those guys conduct, dude? They get into it.
Yeah.
But again, that's one of those things you're like, does that really make a difference? Like,
Right.
Like, what's good? You know what I mean? But then you're like, I gotta give him credit.
He's getting it.
He's getting it.
Yeah.
That little Batouin, he's getting. I think he got himself in the eye at one point, and he just kept going. It's just
he's twirling it.
Yeah. He's got two. He's got one over here, like you. Yeah. Straight up Expelliarmus. John Stamos.
Why does it got to be white? That thing should be blinking and have colors and like
shooting fire at him.
Yes. I'd go see that.
I would go see that
I would
too.
go see that.
I can't imagine though being in the orchestra and having a conductor who's like, we're about to. Yes. Like you'd be like rocking this piccolo, right?
Oh yeah.
What'd you do to my hair, Shawn?
Oh man. So, great show.
Somebody. So I encourage everyone out there to go
do an improv class.
Go get some funny in your life. Go get some silly
It'll be good for your soul.
in your life.
Good for your soul.
It makes me happier.
Mm-hmm.
It helps me be a better person.
Yep.
It helps Shawn get over his erectile dysfunction.
Oh, I didn't know we were gonna. Man.
And his eating disorder.
Yeah. Wow, dude. They don't.
Yeah.
One at a time. What you're doing? You're doing extra, man. Like,
his tinnitus.
oh boy.
Yep. Sorry. His tinnitus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, don't forget tennis elbow.
Tennis elbow.
Yeah.
Got rid of it. Improv. He just improvised. Then he no longer has elbows.
I once broke my tibia. Remember that? Broke my tibia.
That sounds like a fibula.
Oh, that's on the back. But I broke it as well.
Okay.
And improv fixed it. Didn't go to a doctor.
Nope.
No
Didn't even get a cast. Nope.
It dangled
He
for
was
a
in a
long
cast.
time. Uh-huh.
A cast of performers.
That's right.
Didn't have a cast on his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, he did have a cast on his leg, as in like everyone hugged it.
Right.
We're all
For
like,
6 weeks.
For 6 weeks.
Yep. Fixed it.
Improv.
Try it.
Improvisation.
Try. Just go
Improvisation.
be silly.
Do you think people
Be silly to your boss. Go to your boss right now. Just be
Just
silly.
like,
with him.
Don't do that. Especially if your boss is a female.
Oh no!
Don't do that to your
No,
boss.
I didn't mean like.
Oh, well, you said it. You
I didn't
did.
mean to
Okay.
MB him. No.
You got that MB though?
You got that MB though,
Got
son.
that MB.
Yeah.
Wow.
Matt, Mr. Belvedere.
You like Mr. Belvedere's? What about Mr. Belvedere's though?
Yeah.
I'm going through the whole Key and Peele catalog.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
They started at Second City.
Mm-hmm.
Those two dudes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love their rapport, their je ne sais quoi. You know,
They're just a couple of guys with great chemistry.
couple of goofballs. Couple of goofs. Just a couple of goofs trying to find their own way.
My lazy eyes kicking in again.
Forrest Whitaker, you stop it. Forrest Whitaker, you get out of my friend Shawn right now. Don't you dare stick around. Forrest Whitaker.
What a great name.
Right?
What a great name.
Forrest Whitaker. It's the ba-na, ba-da. It's the rhythm to it. Like mine's Nicholas Nieblas. Yours is Shawn Warner.
That's right.
That's a feeling I get from that name. You know? Forrest Whitaker. Look at the cadence and rhythm of. You taking your squishy pillow out of here? You squishy? Are you? Is it the puppy? You're petting it, but I mean I pet my clouds. So I also kiss my clouds. I don't know if it's. Yeah, pet and nuzzle my clouds too.
Well, you want your clouds to love you.
That's true enough.
I forget if this cloud is female.
Well, for Mourning in the Morning, my name is Nicholas Matthew Nieves.
I am Shawn Edward Warner. You didn't know my middle name, did you?
They didn't know mine either. Now we are so close. So close we can touch each other.
We are like family.
So close we can touch. Go ahead, puppy. We are so close we can touch each other. And you and I, we come together. We say, hi, how are you? Maybe I can get to know you sometime. And we can... Get inside the house! Get inside! Mary, come here. Let her out. That's fine. We're going to end the show right now. And Mira's here.
Mira.
Make sure you check out her show, Art or Fart.
Art or Fart.
It's on our channel.
Yep.
And Khaleesi's show, The Cuteness Dog.
All right, Khaleesi, come.
Can we take a Cantano to your dog?
Yeah. Katana. Oh, yeah, come on. Okay. And the good girl. Dogs always get good views, right? On Good Girl.
Dogs and cats
On
are
Good
the
Girl.
internet, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I think animals in general.
This is my good girl, Khaleesi. And she's going to...
Look at them eyes. Look at them eyes.
She's a pretty girl.
A good girl.
And there's my daughter, Leo.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, we're going to say goodbye from all of us here at the Nieblas family.
And the Warner family.
Warren family isn't here with us today.
That's the second time she's...